George, your cousin?
Chelly's uncle. We filmed yesterday. Yep.
Oh, so, he has his input?
Yeah, we had just a personal podcast yesterday, just talking about business and stuff like that.
How about, don't bring this here. Look.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Baba, take this over here. Tell Mama to wash it. Put it in a bowl. Thank you.
Okay. So, welcome back to another episode, Straight Outta Content Podcast. This one is episode 24 on YouTube, 17 on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Make sure you check us out in all those different areas. Today, we got the special guest. Anytime we talk about boxing, we got to have this man on the podcast. We got to have him, right? We talk about boxing. We can't talk about boxing without Mr. Omar, a.k.a. Disagree. Welcome, man. How you doing?
Good to have me here.
Good to, yeah, man, it's good to have you here. With last time we talked about who fought?
Loma.
Teo, right? Yeah, we haven't talked since that fight, huh?
Mm-hmm.
On camera.
No, but let's talk about it for a minute because
yeah, definitely, yeah. Let's touch on it.
Loma's excuses is legit, but still, you get injured. No,
I don't know, right? I saw a picture, but I was saving it for this. So share with me, because to me, it looked like the same excuse Pacquiao had.
But
so what happened?
People forget that Floyd also had surgery. So Pacquiao's excuse doesn't hold water.
What happened with Loma?
Shoulder surgery right after. He had surgery.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Loma has surgery.
It's real?
Yeah, it's real. But it doesn't matter. Nobody goes into that ring 100%. When you step into that squared circle, nobody has 100% like best camp ever. You're taking something.
True.
And Teofimo had some injuries too, but he's not disclosing that. But he won that fight fair and square. One of the judges, Julie Letterman, Harold Letterman's daughter. I don't agree with her, but it was a close fight. But I give more rounds to Teo because he shouldn't have gotten touched up in the later rounds by Loma like that. Loma was timid in the first half of the battle, and then he came on later, but still.
Come on. See, that kind of bothers me because it's taking away from Lomachenko's, it's taken away from Lopez's win because all of a sudden, if you had a won, right, which he thought he won, right, and a lot of people thought that Lomachenko.
Oh, we got a clear winner, all right. We got the real winner.
But
there's no controversy. The only controversy was Julie Letterman, but that's it.
A lot of people's scorecards they had, because if you look at Andre Ward's scorecard, he had a draw.
His hands really hungry. He said he wants it.
So on a lot of people's personal scorecards, even you and I, we kind of had it like, yo, they're going to give those rounds to Loma. You and I felt that Lopez won those rounds, but we knew how judging is scored that they will give it to Loma. So if you think about it, you and I had more of a Julie Letterman scorecard, but we were like, okay, if Loma did anything in any round, they're going to try to give it to him. Agree or disagree?
I agree with that.
Right?
But if you see the first half of the fight, it was total dominance. You didn't need judges to see that because a blind man could have seen that because he didn't throw anything.
True.
So only there were some rounds you could give to Loma, but I see about 7-4.
Yeah, and maybe I see 7-4.
Yeah, that's how
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8-3, maybe.
I see that too.
You know what I mean? I didn't see too many rounds to where Loma won the whole round.
Not convincingly. maybe one, because he got some shots off. His shots were straighter. But if you have a little man do that to your face, because
True.
Lopez was lumped up.
True.
And Lopez was a welterweight in there.
True. Okay. You're right.
We agree on that.
Yeah, definitely. And see, so when you start to say I had an injury, I'm like, hold on. What do you mean? Because you damn near, even though the judges had it a certain way, for a lot of people who were just watching at home, including the people who were sitting right there, the unofficial judges like Andre Ward and Tim Bradley, they had it a draw for you. So I can't. The fact that he showed the video of his surgery it just felt tacky to me, like a picture, like, bro, why are you doing this? Just don't even do that. Like, you lost, just take your loss.
Even then, after the fight, the commentary, he said that he won the fight. How?
True. You're right, he did.
How?
You're right.
It's like when Pacquiao said after he faced Mayweather, he's like, I won the fight. Then Max Kellerman goes, well, we didn't see it that way, nor did the judges.
Exactly.
How do you think that you won the fight?
You're right. Yeah. I don't know, man. So okay, perfect. That's a perfect segue. Lopez has all the belts, right?
Mm-hmm. He's jumping to 140.
Before we even go to that nonsense, right? Because I get the biggest headaches whenever I hear stuff like that, right? Because why would you avoid the other champions, the other legit champions at lightweight, right? At 135, why would you avoid just to go to 140? Doesn't make sense.
Because he doesn't want to kill himself to make 135.
He's not killing himself to make 135. That's the excuse. Trust me. That's the excuse. You're only 15 fights in, bro. Calm down. You're only 15 fights in.
Bob wants him to fight the easiest fight, which is Garcia.
Who?
Ryan Garcia.
Oh, he's not fighting. That's not even.
He wants
you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Money.
You're right.
Ryan Garcia. Teofimo is not known as Ryan Garcia is, but he should be fighting Tank.
He is now. Floyd, he's the A side going into that fight. I know we always argue about social media.
All right.
He's the A side going into that fight.
All right. It's a 50-50 fight.
If you think Bob is giving Ryan Garcia 50-50 versus Teofimo Lopez, you're bananas.
Has to.
You're bananas.
More people know Ryan Garcia.
No, they don't. Nobody's talking about Ryan Garcia.
Regular YouTubers.
They don't watch boxing. They just watch him.
They will watch boxing. Yeah, they watch him, right?
We will see we will see if they watch his Campbell fight. There we go. We will base it off of that. I guarantee you those numbers are poor.
You cannot. Poor. Of course it's going to be poor.
Why?
Who's fighting that night?
I don't know.
Who's fighting that night? Errol Spence. Okay, a real boxing match.
They're fighting
Danny Garcia.
I thought they weren't fighting on the same night.
Same night.
December 5th?
Yep.
I'm always looking for excuses for Ryan Garcia. Why you like Ryan Garcia so much? I don't dislike him, but he just doesn't bring those numbers like a Tank, like a Lopez is about.
No, Tank is proven. He's a boxer, great boxer. And I think this camp, he's learned the most from Floyd, and Floyd has been on hands with him. Ryan Garcia, he still needs some boxing lessons. He's too straight up. He has a great trainer, but his head movement isn't there. He's a flash in the pan right now, but he has to put names under his belt. He doesn't have that. Luke Campbell is the first legitimate fight because Luke Campbell fought Lomachenko, and Luke Campbell won and fought, who's the other guy? I always forget his name, Jorge Linares. So that's why he's fighting him. He was supposed to fight Jorge Linares, and he didn't. He chose Luke Campbell.
Tank Davis has like 2.5 million followers on Instagram. Ryan Garcia has like 7 million. Yet Tank Davis is the biggest star next to Canelo as far as
He's
numbers.
legit.
So
He's legit.
that's my point to whenever I'm telling you it doesn't matter. Out of that 2.5 million, right? I can guarantee you more than half are watching Tank's fights. Out of that 7 million for Ryan Garcia, I can guarantee you maybe a million. Maybe a million are going to tune in until he starts having some bigger names or until he starts to actually do, because you're going to say this generation understands gimmicks, right?
Yeah.
We understand gimmicks, right? Our generation, right? And then the younger generation coming up under us who are right in line with Adrian Broner, Tank Davis, 25-year-olds, 22-year-olds, 21-year-olds like Teofimo, right? That generation, they're aware of gimmicks. And for some reason, Garcia is right there on the line of gimmick and actual, like, yo, take me serious. He's the only one that's out there. And I'll give you a prime example. You got somebody like Devin Haney, right? But nobody considers Devin Haney a gimmick. He killed it on his social media, but nobody's looking at Devin Haney like he's a gimmick. But for Ryan Garcia, he keeps doing things outside of the ring, and he's looking like a gimmick until he proves himself. Because what it looks like from the outside, from experts like us and commentators, it looks like that. Which one means more to you, your social media presence or the ring? Because you're obviously
you gotta have both. You gotta have a good balance.
Well, no. There's a difference between having good balance and there's a difference between one meaning more. Like, are you worried? Like, Ryan Garcia to me feels like the type of guy to like lose 2 or 3 times and then just go full social media. We've seen it with Conor. We've seen it with Ronda Rousey. It's bringing him money. It's not like that he does. Does Ryan Garcia need boxing like a Devin Haney and everybody else?
No, he doesn't. Because
see what I'm saying?
He has 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Thank you. And if you think the boxing promoters aren't aware of that, think about it. We're nobody. We're not signing fighters, right? If you think the boxing promoters and the people behind the scenes aren't aware of that, you're bananas. And if you think that they're going to risk it all for this guy, when they have a real deal, serious fighter in Teofimo Lopez, who was a mean streak, of course they're going to do it for the money. But we know that I can guarantee you Top Rank would rather have Teofimo Lopez as their champion than they would a Ryan Garcia. But we all know that DAZN, that's just what they do.
But they want the eyes. And Teofimo does not bring the eyes as Ryan Garcia, I'm just saying.
He has so far. Especially after this last fight.
It's the highest rated ESPN so far.
Of 2020 or since 2019. So, yeah.
Top Rank puts trash on ESPN. Their numbers are horrible.
DAZN cheats because it's all up to their subscribers. So they count whether or not you're watching or not. They're going to count their subscribers as viewers. That's kind of cheating. I mean,
they're looking to expand even more. I don't know.
They're going
because
broke.
With boxing, I don't know.
DAZN's going broke.
Regis Prograis just came over. He's going to be fighting on the undercard.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're losing a lot. And you got old boy, the dude from Philly, he already lost. You don't really have too many people over there at DAZN. You know Canelo wants out.
Because he lost to a Golden Boy fighter.
I don't know who he lost to. I know he lost to somebody.
What's his name?
They don't have anybody. The only person they have is Anthony Joshua.
You're talking about Farmer, right?
Yeah. Tevin Farmer.
Farmer. Well, he has to fight. What's his name again?
Oh, he has a rematch with the guy who beat him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, he was in the contention for a Tank fight until he lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and I want to ask you, who's doing these pound for pound rankings? Who's this Japanese guy, Inoue Monster? They build them up. These European guys, they're
all top ranked DAZN fighters. You notice that, right? Every person on that list outside of Errol Spence is a top rank in Manny Pacquiao. Every person besides Errol Spence and everybody else is a top rank ESPN or DAZN fighter. But hey, speaking of ESPN, what did you think of Floyd?
Oh, he said the right thing.
2 epic interviews. One about the belts which I want to touch on with the Mike Tyson thing, because that is going to be mind-boggling. Like, I can't believe that, but we might see a heavyweight sanctioned champion, WBC champion in Mike Tyson because of that new weight class. And I
give Mike a chance against these heavyweights.
It's only up to 224. Is a WBC, they're making a brand new weight class. You can only weigh up to 224, and it's for a WBC sanctioned belt. Like, whether or not Mike Tyson fights in this weight division or not, it's going to be fought in. And so we could literally see that, which is insane, because then I think then they start going to Deontay Wilder and say, Deontay, do you want $40 million to fight Mike Tyson for this belt? You only weighed 217, 219 your last fight. You can get down to 224 and fight Mike Tyson. Win or lose, you're going to walk away with $40 million.
I like to see Mike fight these people in these heavyweights in this era.
I think it's going to happen, Omar.
You see Tyson versus Tyson? Or do you see Tyson versus Joshua?
I see Tyson versus Deontay. I think that's an easy fight to make here in America. And I do see Tyson versus Joshua. I do not see Tyson versus Tyson.
Why not?
For the simple fact of, is just too much man. I mean, come on, 270, 6'9". There's just too much man. It's just way too much man for a 54-year-old man in 10-ounce gloves, no headgear for 12 rounds. No.
I don't see Mike lasting 10 rounds because at this age, he's not that beast for what he used to be, but he still got that power.
I think he has so many therapeutics going on and bearing in his body. Oh, yeah. He has about 1 or 2 wars left in him. Whether or not he wins them, that's besides the point. He has about 1 or 2 in him, give or take. Yeah, he does.
We'll see against Roy.
Well, I mean, you know how I feel about that fight.
I love both.
No, I mean, and what's funny, and I should play it because I saved it. But I rewatched the Holyfield, not Dana White, the Holyfield Joe Rogan podcast, right? A very specific section on there, and I sent it to Chelly. And on there, Holyfield says, at this time, they talked, Mike Tyson was 2019. Mike Tyson was not fighting at all. And Joe Rogan asked Holyfield, would he fight Mike Tyson again? And he said, no, because it's like picking on him. Like it's saying, and again, I'm paraphrasing, but I can pull up the clip. I can put the link in the description below. Evander Holyfield goes on to say, and I would play it, but I don't want to get in trouble for stealing anybody else's audio. Evander Holyfield goes on to say that at that time, he did not want to fight Mike. He had no interest in fighting Mike because he said it's like picking on him because he knows that he can beat him. And he says he doesn't get any points. Like he said, it's not right whenever you know that you can beat somebody. I want a challenge. Now, when I heard that, that was the reason why I always respected Evander Holyfield and loved Evander Holyfield for his thought process like that. We fast forward to 2020. What is Mike Tyson doing?
He's fighting on the little guy. Taking the little guy.
Thank you.
And Roy Jones has been knocked out many times.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, why don't you have that in you? Like, why don't you have that reserve for somebody's life like Evander had for yours? You know what I mean? I just saw their press conference and he's like, yeah, no.
Not like devil's advocate, but still, hey, look, Roy Jones chose to fight Mike Tyson.
Roy Jones would fight a dinosaur.
He wants all the belts, he said.
Roy Jones would fight a dinosaur. There's not nothing on this planet that Roy Jones wouldn't fight, especially if income is involved. He doesn't know how to say no. But you got to be the bigger man and be like, yo, why would I want to? Because this is the thing. And he's said it on many occasions. You had a list of people that were sent to you. Yet you end up on Roy. You should have, if you said yes to everybody else and that person said no, then when you got to Roy, you should have been like, no, he's way too small. Why would I do that to him? You see what I'm saying? Like, why would I do that to him?
He should have fought Lennox Lewis.
You know they don't want no smoke with none of them guys want smoke with Lennox. You know that. I already said that out loud. Don't none of them want Lennox Lewis to come back. Not nay one of them.
I don't think he's in training shape. Mike Tyson.
Don't matter.
Evander has been in training shape for quite some time. Not boxing shape, but just training.
Evander?
Yeah. He looks good.
Yeah, he stays in shape. He stays in shape. Yeah. He stays in
He's
shape.
like not close to Bernard, but Bernard always stays in shape.
Yeah, exactly.
He lives a life of a devout Muslim. He eats clean. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke.
Yeah. Boxing Sauce. Hi, somebody just subscribed. Shout out to Boxing Sauce for subscribing to my channel. Appreciate that. By the way, I'm up to 500 subscribers now. Thank you, guys. Thank you. My 500th subscriber. I will be sending you some merch, so thank you. I'll put his information in the description down below. He's a cool YouTuber. He teaches people how to do Adobe Premiere and edit videos and stuff like that. That's how I found him. He became my 500th subscriber today, so I appreciate that, man. But yeah, like that, it just bothered me. And when I saw that, it just validated like it just bothers me because you're gearing up. Come on, we saw this latest video of Roy saying I'm on it now, but you haven't seen Roy with his shirt off yet.
He's still flabby. He's not.
You see what I'm saying?
He's not dedicated like Mike right now.
Even
Mike is there to take his head off.
Thank you, Omar. Say it again.
He's going to take his head off. I remember Teddy Atlas saying that he used to take him sparring and he would beat the shit out of those. It was a sparring session, but Mike had no mercy. Like he would beat the shit out of those sparring partners at a young age. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you've been bigger, right? Genetically, the same height. You're only off by half an inch. Been genetically bigger man your entire life. Roy has never been as big as you. Ever in life. You were fighting heavyweight in the fucking Olympics before you lost. Everyone always forgets that.
Roy also lost in the Olympics, but he was robbed.
That was robbed.
Robbery.
Tyson never made the team. Let's keep that clear.
Roy, with the help of Mackie Schultz, when he fought Ruiz, he was quite big.
Yeah, but that's a different type of big. That was, I can weigh this much, but I can only beat this guy.
He was ripped, but he didn't knock Ruiz out. If they fought in their prime, Mike would have killed Roy.
Which prime? Pre-jail or post-jail?
Got to be pre-jail, not post-jail, because Mike looked horrible after jail.
I don't know. Remember, Mike came out and had 4 wins, 4 knockouts. So don't forget about that.
Against who?
I just watched it too.
You named them?
His 5th fight was against.
Was it memorable? No.
They're still top-ranked guys. They were still ranked guys. Because I just saw it too, because I was just watching the up until.
If you're a Mike Tyson fan, you still couldn't name those people.
I forgot. I don't.
Who was it? Peter McNeely? Was his fight back, or was that before?
No, that was way late. Peter McNeely was like when he came out of jail, he had 4 wins, 4 knockouts.
I think one of them was Francis Botha.
But they were all ranked though. Don't forget about that.
Do you believe in the rankings?
Back then, yeah.
Nah, same shit.
Back then it was on 3 belts, buddy.
Different type of corruption.
3 belts. All. 3 belts. And they were being exchanged between Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe. And Mike Tyson was knocking people out, and then he ended up fighting Evander Holyfield for the WWE.
Riddick Bowe didn't exchange a belt. He threw that shit in the trash.
No, I'm saying when he was whooping on Holyfield, they was exchanging belts.
Yeah, that was a crazy, foul-fested fight.
All 3 of them. Insane.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so that's just how I feel about that situation.
Let's talk about Tank.
Okay. You ready?
Let's talk about how he looked weight drained. He did.
Stop. Didn't look weight drained. And I just saw the interview with Ellie because he's there. Ellie's staying in his room. Shout out to Ellie Seckbeck. Ellie, I appreciate everything you're doing for me. You probably won't ever see this podcast, but I super do. In fact, let me go ahead and jump on this live and tell Ellie that I appreciate. Let me see. Ellie, I'm filming my podcast, Straight Outta Content Podcast. Just wanted to let you know that we appreciate everything that you did, that you're doing. Thank you for, covering Tank and everything and stuff like that. That's Omar. That's my co-host. We follow you. We've been following you for years. Just want to say thank you for everything. I got your merch. It's ready. It's bagged up. I'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, let us know how Tank is doing. We want to know how Tank is doing. He thinks Tank is drained. Tank ain't drained. Tell him.
Usually when you don't have water weight, you could see more muscles on his abs. I didn't see too much of that, but we'll see how he performs. Let's see the longer runs. But I think this is going to a decision, and it's going to be Tank coming out with the decision.
Yeah, Tank's going to win.
But how? It's about the performance.
I think he's right. I think the Tank that we're going to see, and I'll send it.
I think we're going to see a technical Tank.
Yeah, that's it, Omar. That's it. I think the Tank.
Remember
that we're
what Floyd said. He's very underestimated about his technical abilities as a boxer. And since Floyd has been in training camp with him, I think we're going to see some finesse.
Yeah, I think he's going to box extremely smart, and because Santa Cruz has a tremendous chin and work ethic, because it's not like that we're going to get the best Santa Cruz ever, and we're going to get the best Tank ever. I think the equalizer is Tank's power, and I think he catches Leo Santa Cruz.
The punches too.
Huh?
He parries the punches, and I saw him in camp looking nice.
He's gonna catch Leo Santa Cruz on the inside. Like, he's gonna throw something. Leo's gonna throw something on one of them wide hooks, and Tank is gonna catch him on the inside. That's what I think.
I think so too, with the uppercut.
Maybe, yeah, because Leo does have a tendency to lean in.
Yeah, he'll go like this, and then he'll go to the body. He'll get that uppercut in. I see Leo maybe hitting the canvas for a minute, and that's it.
Yeah,
but Leo's no chump, and he's Mexican, so he has heart. He's not gonna go down. I don't see a KO.
Yeah,
he's very durable, and he's faced some great competition. So I don't see him losing like that.
Yeah, and podcast. And see, that's we'll go back to the Floyd Mayweather thing, because Floyd kind of called them out on the way that they tried to play Leo Santa Cruz. And this is what I wanted to touch on, okay? And I'm going to film this for everybody out there so that you guys know what the hell is going on, okay? Okay, so first off, Leo Santa Cruz has, regardless of his one loss and one draw, right? Or no contest, whatever it was, right? Leo Santa Cruz has 37 fights, right? Lomachenko has had 15 going into the fight with Lopez, right? Boom. And he had one loss against Salido. So your loss is against Salido. Your loss is against Carl Frampton, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's
outside
correct.
of that, you have almost triple the amount of fights. Yet Lomachenko's on ESPN's pound for pound ranking, and Lopez is not. And he's a 4-time weight champion, not 3, 4. Come on. The fact that ESPN always does this, they always do this. And this is our issue. This is our problem. Stop trying to rob these fighters. There's a reason why Tank is fighting Leo Santa Cruz, because Leo Santa Cruz can beat Lomachenko. Facts. He's too much. If Lomachenko can't keep, hold on, let me get this. If Lomachenko can't keep Orlando Salido off of him, how the hell do you think he's going to keep Leo Santa Cruz off him?
Leo's smaller, so you can't compare Teofimo Lopez and Leo. Teofimo Lopez.
No, I didn't. No, I said Salido. If Lomachenko lost to Salido and never avenged his loss and couldn't keep that guy off of him, how the hell would he keep Leo Santa Cruz off of him?
But he's a lot lighter.
They fought at that weight. When he lost to Salido, they were lighter.
Leo is naturally light.
No, what I'm saying is that Leo and Salido are the same size, but Leo Santa Cruz is 10 times more aggressive.
Make the fight.
Well, what I'm saying is if Loma lost a Salido, who's not going down in the Hall of Fame, how the hell is he going to stop a guy like Santa Cruz? But ESPN wants to knock Santa Cruz, and it's just not fair.
Santa Cruz has a better record anyway.
That's what I'm saying. And this is what Floyd should have fucking said. This is the shit that Floyd should have said.
Favor all top-ranked fighters.
Facts.
Max is going to favor whoever has hired him. He's knowledgeable to a certain degree, but I see him favoring the side that gives, like Death Row is a label that pays me. So ESPN pays him. He's going to favor that. Just like, what's his name? Tim Bradley. He's indebted to Bob. Okay. He was saying that Errol Spence is scared. Nobody wants to fight. Terrence, Bud, Crawford. Absolutely, he's punch drunk. And then I don't know what happened to Andre Ward. I still do respect him, but we just don't see eye to eye, especially when he commentates. When he commentated, did you see he had it a draw, right? I didn't see a draw.
Well, this is why he had it a draw, because we all know how judges view Lomachenko. So every round that Lomachenko had a little bit of success.
You should not have a reputation coming into the ring.
Who don't have that reputation?
No, you should not score on reputation.
But that's how the judges score. Prime example, look at Rolly. How the fuck did Rolly win that fight?
He didn't win that fight.
Thank you.
Yeah. Politics.
Exactly. So why the fuck would you not think that politics is going to play a role with the incumbent champion?
Rematch.
What?
Leonard said he's going to have that rematch.
Who?
Rolly. With that dude. Yeah. Immediate rematch.
You went. That's anyway. I'm sorry I had to go off on my rant because, Floyd touched on a lot of things. He touched on that belt shit because you're not undisputed champion. Facts. There's 2 other champions out there. And I'm sorry that the WBC decided to give Devin Haney a belt. They did. They gave it to him. Okay, that's fine.
All these people need to fight. We are in agreement. Garcia, Lopez, Tank.
Garcia, who? Mikey?
Ryan. They're all in that same realm. They need to fight.
Well, okay. Just like Floyd said, it ain't about they need to fight. It's about whose promotion doesn't want their fighter fighting.
Floyd said Tank has one more fight, and then he's going to go to Top Rank and sit down with Bob and see. But know this, Tank is the A side. Lopez isn't.
Well, exactly. 100%.
I agree.
There's not a fighter in lightweight or super lightweight or junior welterweight that's the A side compared to Tank.
We're going to see tomorrow what the numbers are. And I think the numbers are going to be great for Tank. This is Tank's Gotti versus Floyd moment with Leo.
Not yet, because Gotti was on his way out. And Gotti had the name. Gotti was a pay-per-view star. Leo Santa Cruz is not.
Wasn't that his first pay-per-view?
Well,
big pay-per-view for Floyd?
But it wasn't. Yes, that was his first big pay-per-view, but it wasn't the caliber of fighter that could propel his career. Leo Santa Cruz is not going to do that. This is Diego Corrales.
But
this is Diego Corrales.
Leo Santa Cruz has Mexico behind him, California behind him.
Yeah.
So he does have a following, and Floyd is moving him the right way.
100%. 100%. Yeah. He's moving him the right way.
What do you think the split should be? I said 70-30.
And we agree, but they ain't going to do it.
Nah.
Top Rank ain't going to do it. Hell no. And that's the reason why he wanted him built, so that he can control the situation and have his fighter not fight for any of the belts.
But look, it doesn't matter what belt you have. Who's the more popular fighter? Who's the ace?
It does matter. You want to know why? Because you can do like Lomachenko did and just keep fighting flunkies from Top Rank until one of those guys become great.
So is this true that Lopez is franchised now? Because he got
that's what I'm saying. Yes. So he don't have to fight nobody.
I don't get it.
The WBC did that. That's what I'm trying to tell you, yo. They foul. The WBC is foul. I said it on camera. The WBC is foul. You make up weight divisions. You make up belts. The Roy Jones Jr. versus Mike Tyson fight is a WBC sanctioned fight. Why?
That's what I'm.
Why? Oh, why? Because when Mike Tyson wins one of your belts and becomes sanctioned, he starts paying the fee. Now you guys say, well, Mike, you only weigh 218 for the fight. We have this new weight class. Why don't you fight for a year? And the exact same thing with Teofimo Lopez. Okay, well, we know. Okay, Top Rank, we know y'all are going to fight here. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, all right, we're going to franchise Loma way before the Teofimo Lopez fight happened. We're going to franchise Loma, bong. Okay, now we're going to get the other belt to Devin Haney, bong. Both of y'all got to pay me franchise, sanctioning fees. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to keep collecting money from both of y'all. You can go ahead and fight however you want because it doesn't matter. You can't lose your belt.
Hold on. Pause for 1 second. Just a little off topic. Do you think PBC should make their own belt, or they're going to?
If they jump into that, they know that their credibility will drop. So they have no desire to do that.
I don't know. I see PBC and run by Al Heyman.
No, they're not going to do that.
I trust in Al.
They're not going to do that. Floyd wouldn't allow it. Floyd ain't going to allow it. He just had that big uproar. He's not going to allow it. He ain't with all that.
PBC you know that. Could become like UFC. We don't know.
No, he's not with all that. You know that.
You don't think that
Floyd's not with all that.
For PBC?
Who?
You don't think the UFC model worked for PBC like that?
No. What works for UFC works for UFC. What works for boxing, period. Point blank, period. That's the reason why boxers get paid way more. Is the reason why UFC fighters want to jump over to boxing. You don't see no boxers really wanting to jump over to UFC unless they're like old and retired. But there's never been a prime boxer who's wanted to go to UFC. Facts. These are the facts. But there have been many prime UFC fighters in their prime, young, who want to box because they know you're treated way better over there. These are just the facts. It's not my opinion. It's just the facts. Name me a prime boxer that's wanted to go fight in the UFC. Hasn't happened. They don't need it.
James Toney was out of his league at that time.
Yeah, he was.
Who else? There was another one that went before. Ray Mercer.
He's not. He was way past his.
Yeah, he was. He beat Tim Sylvia, I believe.
I don't know who he beat. It don't really matter because he was so far past his prime. It's not even funny. Like I said, they do it whenever they can't box no more in this shorter time.
I'm gonna get to this fight. Usyk versus Chisora. How is Usyk even in a heavyweight fight as ranked as that high? I don't see it. He won what? Cruiserweight? I don't see it. And the guy he fought was from Chicago, and he was out of training, didn't box and everything, and Usyk couldn't put him out like that. He looked horrible. Yeah.
Do you think Joshua trains for his fight against Kovalev?
Who?
Joshua versus Kovalev.
What the hell's that?
Anthony Joshua's next fight.
Versus who?
Kovalev?
No, COVID. Yeah, he's fighting COVID.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's right here.
Top Rank's fighter.
Is it?
Yeah, he's part of Top Rank.
It ain't Top Rank's fighter.
Yes, he is. Bob owns his contract.
Oh, versus Pulev.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think he trains for this fight?
I think he trains for every fight.
No, that's not true. We know he didn't train for the Ruiz fight. I mean, for the Ruiz fight.
He looked pretty trained to me. He looked pretty.
Not for the first one.
He looked conditioned, but he just got lumped up.
No, he was not training for that fight. Do you think he trains for this fight?
Every boxer must train. That's not a question. If you're not training, forget it. Might as well just quit.
We know a lot of fighters who don't train, buddy. I'm not.
Yeah, Mayorga.
See them tomorrow. So
Mayorga smoking cigarettes and boxing.
I know a lot of other ones who ain't training. But okay, I just didn't know. I didn't know because we know that sometimes he don't get up for fights. I don't.
It's all mental.
Huh?
It's all mental.
What I'm saying is, who's the dude that just knocked out Dillian White?
Oh, thank God. Alexander.
See, we don't want nothing like that to happen because it could. How is this Poliv guy? Is he good?
Yeah, he's all right. He's ranked.
Can he crack?
We'll see. He can crack, yeah. Kubrat Pulev, I believe that's his name.
What do you think about
Povetkin is going to have a rematch with Dillian White again.
He's going to knock Dillian White out. What do you think about Tyson Fury dodging Wilder?
It is what it is. You just said it. He's dodging him. But we're going to inspect those gloves. We're going to inspect everything.
You think he knows he cheated?
Of course he does. Well, he unknowingly cheated, really. The whole world knows he cheated.
No, I'm saying, is that what you think made his decision to avoid the third fight?
Absolutely.
Why would you take less money? I don't get it. You know the amount of money that you're going to make for a third Wilder fight. Why would you take less money? Just doesn't add up.
He could beat Takam. Takam is in the running. He's a smaller heavyweight.
Takam is a bum. Didn't Joshua smash on him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't get it. That's another one of them top-ranked guys. Avoiding. I don't get it. They are happy with. The biggest to me, outside of the Loma Lopez fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the big one. I'm not even going to talk about Danny Garcia yet. We're not talking about Danny Elmer Spence yet. I'm talking about.
It's the big one.
I'm talking about Brooke Crawford.
Yes.
No, I think Brooke can pull this off, and it has not. Listen,
I believe you.
I've nothing against Bud. I just think that this is Bud's biggest test because Brooke ain't no bitch.
No, he's not. He's one of the most. Actually, he's probably one of the best out of UK, but he doesn't have his old trainer, Ingle.
Well, who's he got now that's got him winning all these fights?
He's doing it with himself. It's from prior learning.
No, he has
Dominic
a trainer.
Ingle is not in his corner.
He has a trainer. I just don't know who it is.
He just paid somebody a little chump change, and he's fighting again.
Don't say that, bro. You don't know. Just say you don't know. Don't it?
No, Dominic Ingle requires a hefty lump sum.
No, I'm saying this new guy. We can't just be like.
I have no idea. I don't know who he is.
Just say that. Don't say that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you seen him training. You seen him running. I was like,
yeah, he looks good.
Right?
He looks good, and he's no pushover because that fight against Porter, he looked good, and he did win that fight.
See what I'm saying? Bud tends to get caught. We seen him get dropped.
See, he's coming down in weight. He's actually going to starve himself for 147. Bud has to put on the weight, and he can crack.
Who?
Kel.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yo, I think people be sleeping on Kell Brook because he's overseas. He ain't with us over here. Yo.
I much respect to him because, look, when Porter tried to maul him, he kept him at the end of his punch. and he
right
kept
hand.
him off with a jab. He never could get it and do his work.
That
He
right
used that
hand.
stick very well.
Yeah, man. This fight scares me because it's like, yo, like why? Like, I mean, this is one of them things where, like I just said earlier, Top Rank's got the flunkies, and they take their prime possession and they put them in the ring with people like Joshua Clottey, right?
Joshua Clottey, yeah.
Yeah, who hasn't fought last time he fought that I know of. Last time that man fought was against Pacquiao, right? Their last southpaw, because Pacquiao doesn't fight southpaws, but that's a whole nother.
He said he lost the fight because he had to take a shit. He couldn't take the hits to the body, and he got ripped off too. He got paid $1 million, and Bob took 30% of that.
See, so my point is that this is what they do. They keep feeding to you these flunkies over there, and then next thing you know, one of them people sign with Top Rank, and they ain't no joke. And this is Teofimo Lopez signed coming out of the Olympics. Next thing you know, he's beating Loma. Motherfucking Kell Brook signed out the blue, and he's putting you in there with Bud, who's Top Rank's prime possession.
Wait, who is Kell's promoter? Because it used to be Eddie. I don't know
what I'm
who
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Think about it.
You got to pay Kell a nice amount. You think Kell is getting paid $5 million?
Shit.
You think Kell is getting paid $5 million like Amir Khan?
Amir Khan got $5 million for that fight?
Yeah.
Where the hell did that fight take place?
Here.
How much did Bud get?
Amir Khan was a name, and he was there to be killed.
There's no way they made money on that fight. Wasn't it pay-per-view?
I think it was ESPN Plus.
There's no way they made money on that fight. They've got to be hemorrhaging money. They've got to be hemorrhaging money. If they're paying Amir Khans of the world $5 million, did he even make that for the Canelo fight?
I think he got paid 10.
I hope these numbers aren't true. I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to be like,
You
just
think
people screaming.
there's more to it? There's more to it. It's hard to figure out what the real number is. Amir Khan's his own promoter, so there's a different story.
So is Kell Brook, because this is a one-off.
I don't know. Is it?
Think about it. Kell Brook definitely has a relationship with PBC and Al Heyman because he got to fight Errol Spence, right? So he went into the realm of boxing, said, yo, I got 3-4 wins. Who's out there? Spence, booked. Garcia, booked. He already beat Porter. Doesn't mean anything. He damn sure gonna get Pacquiao. No Mikey Garcia.
He can't be in there with a puncher because he got 2 orbital bones that are broken or were broken.
Listen.
One by Triple G, the other by Errol Spence.
He's not worried about none of that shit.
I don't know. He's not worried about it, but
if this was his first fight back, I would be concerned, but it's not. Think about it. This is his 5th fight back from his Errol Spence fight. 3-4 consecutive wins. Boom. Now he's fighting Bud Crawford. He's back ranked. I'm telling you, yo, this is the fight that people. This is the Tarver Roy Jones fight. Number 2.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm gonna go that far. This is that type of fight. This is that type of fight where Bud is gonna be like how we look at Santa Cruz versus Tank, and we be like, yo, that motherfucker Santa Cruz can fight. Let's not get it.
After this fight, who is Bud gonna fight? He's gonna collect dust again.
That's if he wins.
Just say, win or lose, who's he gonna fight?
He's
collecting dust.
He's
on the shelf in Top Rank.
He's fighting Keith Thurman.
I love to see that. But Bob is not going to pay him that much.
Keith
Keith Thurman wants $10 million.
Keith Thurman said he's open. He said he's a free agent.
$10 million.
Well, if
Bob
they're paying Amir Khan 5, they can pay him 10.
Amir Khan had a country behind him. Keith Thurman does not have America behind him. Sorry.
Listen, Keith Thurman can say that, but I'm telling you, behind the scenes, Keith Thurman will take whatever it has to take to fight Bud Crawford because he's a free agent, and Al Heyman will allow that fight to happen. I don't see Bud getting an opportunity to fight Spence Garcia winner immediately.
I saw Ruiz. Al Heyman did the Ruiz fight, so yeah, I see it. But still,
you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, Keith knows he's free.
He can go fight somebody else.
What?
He can fight. He doesn't need to fight anybody. He can fight PBC fighters, and they're top ranked.
Why? When he's free, he can go fight Bud and get all his. Think about you. If anybody in the world beats Bud or Errol Spence, you're the man. Yeah. Period. You beat Bud or Errol Spence, you're the man. Why
are you going to send Keith to go beat Bud when you set up the major fight with Bud and Errol?
Want to know why? I'm gonna answer your question, and I know.
So then he can fight. He can fight Errol Spence, and it'll be a PBC fight.
Thank you. So I don't even know why you guys do shit like that when you already know what time it is. You already know what time it is, man. You already know. You know what time it is. Yo, go over there. Go ahead, get that. You free, right? Go over there, get that. Bring it back.
You can come to man. You take that juice, then you get your notoriety up. You already fought Manny Pacquiao. Your name is up there, and you've been a lineal champ, and now you fight the champ.
And all the belts is in PBC.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. That's the reason why I said Keith Thurman, because I was like, and I think they know that too. And I think that.
Do you think Al is going to make that fight?
No.
No. Forget about Al making the fight. Do you think Bob is going to pay him $10 million?
Keith Thurman does not give a fuck about no $10 million for that fight.
Yes, he does.
I'm telling you.
Bob said no. This guy wanted too much money. PBC fighters make a lot more money. See, these top-ranked fighters, Al doesn't touch their money. Al says that if you make above this, if I can get you above this, then I'll take my percentage.
You are extremely exaggerating, Shelly.
Show my hands.
It is not that cold.
Show my hands.
You're weird.
I'm
it is
cold.
Not that cold.
Okay, do your part.
You are.
We're from New York, so
listen,
nothing's cold.
They robbed.
And you're from upstate New York, so nothing is cold to you.
He's anemic.
He's anemic.
You're anemic. He's always cold.
Never.
You're always cold?
No.
He's anemic.
No, I just like to stay warm.
He's anemic.
I just like to stay warm. I'm not always cold. I just like.
I have the house icy. Always.
Oh no, I don't do that. No, y'all tripping.
It's at 68 degrees.
Y'all tripping. Yeah, we do 69 when we sleep. That's it. Anyway, listen, and we can getting ready to sum this up. Tell me if I'm wrong. They got that extra 2-3 fight contract extension signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For Kell Brook.
Oh, yeah.
They got that. You think he signs it?
Of course. Listen, if you don't have Al Heyman, you're signing extensions every day.
He's got Al Heyman.
Who are you talking about?
Kell Brook.
Al doesn't represent Kell.
They fuck with each other. I can promise you that.
That doesn't mean that. They don't have paperwork.
Does Al have paperwork with all his fighters?
He's as an advisor, yeah. As an advisor, yeah, absolutely.
You can advise and just say
they're signed to Heyman Sports, and Al Heyman is the advisor.
I hope that Kell Brook is smart enough not to fall down that trap over there at Top Rank. Just saying.
I think he's better off coming over to the PBC and making a splash here because he's no joke either.
Saying he gets that WBO. No, well, Pacquiao is the WBO. So what does Bud have? WBA?
I have no idea. Too many sanctioning bodies.
Whatever belt he has, if Brook can get it, I think he brings it back to PBC for the big money.
He's over there in England. He has to make the jump to America to make the splash.
He's always
And
in America.
I bet you later
His fight's
on,
in America.
if he signs the PBC, the fight gets made, and with more money, we're gonna see the All England fight in America, and he beats Khan. He knocks him out.
Yeah, but they're not gonna waste their time with Khan if at that time, right? So we will have a decision between Bud and Brook. Then either way,
When's the fight? When's the fight?
November 14th or 12th or something
fight.
like that. It's like in a week.
It's free. It's free.
Yeah, that's that.
Nah, I watch it. Why not?
Because that's that free BS that they keep doing over there at ESPN because they can't get people to pay for pay-per-view.
Who cares? It's good for us as a fan.
You're the one that brought it up last time. And Floyd and Max Kellerman, who tried to talk about the numbers, and Floyd told them,
"Oh yeah, it's garbage, but that's a good fight, no matter what. How you look at
it." Yeah, you're right.
You like that fight?
No, I do. You know I do. You know I do. You know I do. I don't know, man. I think it's because I think it's his first biggest test. I think it's Bud's. We've seen Brook tested on three or four occasions. We have yet to see Bud Crawford tested
with bigger guys.
Yeah, with real welterweights. We haven't.
Yep.
We haven't. And that's the reason why I'm like, but see, Bud got that mean streak in him, yo.
He does. If Bud goes headhunting, I see Kel's orbital bone swelling up.
He'll hit that hard.
He's going to look like Andre Berto in that fight against, who was it?
No, he don't hit that hard. You tripping. Not for a welterweight.
You don't have to hit hard. You don't have to hit hard. You already have an injured.
You don't think Kell Brook got any type of
defense?
No. Help in that area? These last 4 fights? These last 3 fights?
I don't know.
It's England. They can do a lot more shit than we can in America. Don't forget about that.
What, stem cell research?
I don't know what he got. But
remember, it's a bone.
He got 3 fights, no issues. Plus training, plus sparring.
Did he fight American people? American fighters?
I know that most. One of them was undefeated. The max losses that each one of them had was only 1.
Okay.
Yeah, they were ranked guys. That's George. You can answer.
He's no joke either, so I'll give it to him. But you know, what did Roger Mayweather say? The best fighters come out of the Midwest, and even
Nebraska is not the fucking Midwest.
What is it then?
The fucking Mid-South. The fuck? Omaha? The Midwest? No. Fuck no.
He's from Omaha.
Yeah, he's from fucking Nebraska.
Yeah.
That's not the Midwest. The Midwest is Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois.
But who's the pound for pound boxer that Floyd said?
That
Bud.
Listen. Yo, quick question. Speaking of that, do you think that is because something fell out with him and Spence ever since the accident?
I think it's before the accident. Spence didn't sign with him. He signed with Al.
Yeah, so what? That's like signing with Floyd. Everybody knows Floyd gets a chunk of that.
No.
But the Garcia fight had Mayweather Promotions written all over it. What are you talking about? Spence Garcia had Mayweather Promotions written all over it. That's a fact.
Yeah, Mayweather Promotions. Any promotional company right now, they just put the ring together. All the promotions done by the network.
Well, in part with the network, you're still getting a pay. You're still having to come up with the purse to pay the fighters.
But you're not tied to that. He's not tied to Floyd at all. Maybe for that fight, and that's it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Everybody gets that, and this is a business lesson. You do realize that Al Heyman can never have promotions. That's how they keep the business so booming, because he only has other people do the promotions. Floyd,
exactly.
And then he does the advising.
He does the contracts. He does, yeah. Well, you can't sue him for Ali Act or anything because nobody will.
Thank you.
He's already out of there. He's already taken himself out. And Al takes a portion of your money, a percentage. If he cannot get you this much money, you keep all of it. If he gets you above a certain level of money, he's going to take a percentage. And Al's money comes from the network, not from the boxers.
No, but I'm saying you said that Spence wasn't involved with Floyd and he left him. Like going.
He was rocking with Floyd, remember, for a minute?
That's what I'm saying, but it had nothing to do with Al.
Well, he didn't sign to his company.
But you're signed to Mayweather Promotions by osmosis because you can't sign to Al. He's only an advisor. So what other promotional company are you fighting under?
Everybody has their own promotional banner and whoever puts the fight together is the promotional company that just puts the fight together. They don't have their hand in anyone's purse. It cannot be touched with Al Heyman fighters.
But Al Heyman's business is only advising. The promotional company is Floyd. That's how it works.
I see GTB. Doing
but just like Adrian Broner has About Billions, his little promotion or whatever for himself, but it's still through. I give you a prime example. When Floyd would fight with Golden Boy, he would have his own promotion, but it would be through Golden Boy, and then those two promotions would work together. So whatever Errol Spence has or whatever Adrian Broner has, it still has to go through the big conglomerate of Mayweather Promotions because that's the top. It's not like that. It's Heyman Promotions above it because it isn't.
No, there's no Heyman Promotions. If there was, then we have a lawsuit at hand.
You see what I'm saying? So it's Mayweather Promotions, and then each fighter has their own little promotion down at the bottom that trickle down from it. So even if he doesn't sign with Mayweather and he has his own promotions, he still has to do business with that promotion in order to fight on a PBC card or on a Showtime pay-per-view card because Mayweather Promotions has the contract with Showtime, not any of these other small motherfuckers.
The promotions, what promoters fighting, doing the Tank fight? I see GTB.
Yeah, that's Tank's. That's Tank's little private one. But Mayweather Promotions has the contract with Showtime, not GTB or GTD, Gervonta Tank Davis.
But there's another one, GTB. It's another guy involved.
Oh,
another promoter. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
just look at it. No, Tank has GTD. That's something else. And what happened to TMT? That's another company.
Well, that's just his like clothing line and stuff like that. That's not Mayweather Promotion.
That was with 50. I remember.
No, he been cleared that. No, that's just his just doing his thing.
Why don't you promote you going to the fight tomorrow?
Going to the fight tomorrow. Can't wait. Ellie Seckback said there's about 10,000 people there. So it's going to be extremely small. When I went there and saw Broner, it was 25,000 people and it was still only half full. So only 10,000 people is going to be so much room. But he said it's like such a bubble and they got so many people like.
Is that the Alamo, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like super protected. You saw it today at the weigh-in.
What is it, 25% capacity?
I thought it was 70, but Ellie said there's only 10,000 people. So that's nothing. That's like.
But that's still.
Super
something.
Room. I mean, yeah, it'll be great. Well, what's great is my seat is really high, but because there's only 10,000 people, they're going to pack us all in for the cameras. So I'm going to have just like the last time when I went for the Broner fight, my seat was high, but it was only 25,000 people. So they packed us so close. I had a great seat. So I can only imagine how good my seat's going to be when I actually get there.
You made off like a bandit because you paid little. You paid for nosebleeds and you got box seats.
Yes, exactly. So it's going to be great. I can't wait. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And then it was great. I don't really like a lot of people anyway. So it's only 10,000 people in like a 35,000 seat stadium. I'm going to have so much room. You know what I mean? They're literally going to be able to, spread 10,000 people, 6 feet apart. It's going to be super easy.
I think the main, the undercard is pretty good too.
Yeah. I'll be there for the undercard but I'm going to try to walk around and get video and stuff like that. I'm going to try to get to people's camps.
You're going to see a lot of celebrities. You're going to see the Charlos there.
Well, see, Derek James, I asked Derek James, was he going to go on Instagram? He said no. So I don't know if the Charlos are going to go or they're just going to stay.
Well, Derek James deserves Trainer of the Year.
Well, we'll see after this fight.
Why after this fight? He should get it right now.
Why?
No, after the Spence fight. After the Spence and Garcia fight.
Well, that's only one fight for Spence. At least Charlo had a couple fights this year. Tank had a couple fights this year. But
you got two champions.
I think oh yeah, you keep saying that. I don't know, man. Lopez is dead. He said that shit 2 years ago.
Okay, and
made it for
he has one champion.
15 fights.
He has one champion.
15 fights. He don't train nobody else.
Okay. But anyway, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up, guys. It's we're ready, man. We're ready for this.
Why don't you do a live cast tomorrow? You're staying in San Antonio tomorrow?
No, I'm gonna drive back.
Oh wow.
I gotta remember I told you my live is jacked up. I can't go live. I need my laptop anyway. And I'm not gonna be bringing all that because I already gotta bring my camera gear and stuff like that. So
who are you taking, Chelly?
No, I'm going by myself. She's gonna take Donovan to her family to go go for Halloween.
You just gonna go solo?
Yeah. It's great too, because then I just film. I don't gotta worry about nobody else. And yeah, I gotta
It's good to have a cameraman and while you ask questions.
I wanted to, but I don't think it's gonna be like that. Ellie was showing us like on his live when he was there is super controlled. And they're making everybody and
don't leave after the fight. Go to a post presser.
Yeah, well, all of that is still you have to have access because the pre-presser was only made because Ellie was there live and it was like
and they did it through Zoom. I saw a Fight Hype coming through Zoom.
Well, you saw a Fight Hype coming through Zoom, but the people who were there, you had a chair with your name in it and a circle around it. You sit there, that's it. So, but Leonard Ellerby said it's like jail there. He said, yo, you're in your room 24. He said Floyd's not even there yet because he doesn't want to be in his room all day. Like they're in their rooms and then they bring.
Before we sign off, you think Floyd's going to be in the corner?
Hell yeah, he already is in the corner. They already said it. Yeah.
He said he doesn't know. And Gervonta said he doesn't know.
Floyd's going to be in the corner.
Okay, I got to see this. I got to get out of work quickly. So then I'll be there.
Definitely.
In front of the TV.
Definitely. All right, man. We're signing off with another dope episode of Straight Outta Content. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Listen to us on all the streaming platforms. We are growing. We are growing. We are growing. Thank you, Mr. Omar, for tuning in and jumping in.
Like Flintstone kids. 10 million strong and growing.
Baby's kids. We don't lie, we multiply. All right, guys.
What do you know about Robin Harris?
Yeah, I know. All right, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you listen on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. We're everywhere. Follow me on Instagram at Straight Out of Content. Follow me on YouTube at Straight Outta Content.
Jesus.
Straight Outta Content on all those platforms, guys. Be safe. Be basic. Peace.